Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Insights. Today, we will talk about the origin, history, and celebration of Las Posadas. Las Posadas is a special tradition that many people enjoy during the Christmas season, especially in Mexico and other Latin American countries. In this video, you will learn what Las Posadas means, how it started, and how people celebrate it today. This video not only gives you clear and simple knowledge about this beautiful tradition, but also helps you improve your English listening skills. Please listen carefully and feel free to read along if you need. Now, let's begin. Part 1. The meaning of Las Posadas. Las Posadas is a traditional celebration that takes place during the Christmas season. It is very popular in Mexico and in many Latin American communities. The name Las Posadas comes from the Spanish word posada, which means inn or place to stay. This name is important because the celebration is connected to a very old story from the Bible. It represents the journey of Mary and Joseph as they looked for a place to stay before the birth of baby Jesus. In the story, Mary and Joseph traveled a long way to the town of Bethlehem. Mary was going to have a baby soon, so they needed a safe and warm place to rest. When they arrived in Bethlehem, they went from house to house, asking for a room, but no one had space for them. Every home said there was no room, and they had to keep searching. Finally, someone allowed them to stay in a simple stable where animals lived. It was in that small place that Jesus was born. Because of this story, the word posada reminds people of the long journey and the need for kindness and hospitality. Las Posadas helps people remember this journey in a simple and meaningful way. During the celebration, a group of people represents Mary and Joseph. They walk through the streets and stop at different houses. At each house, they sing songs and ask for a place to stay, just like Mary and Joseph did. The people inside the houses answer with another song, saying they do not have space. This continues until one house finally welcomes them in. When they enter, everyone celebrates with joy, music, and food. This moment shows the importance of offering help to others when they need it. Las Posadas is an important tradition because it teaches values that are meaningful during Christmas. One of these values is family. Many families take part in the celebration together. They walk, sing, and share food. For children, Las Posadas is a fun way to learn about the Christmas story. For adults, it is a way to connect with their culture and pass traditions to the next generation. Another important value is community. Las Posadas brings neighbors and friends together. People open their homes, join the walk, or help prepare the celebration. When everyone participates, the community becomes stronger. It creates a feeling of support and friendship. Finally, Las Posadas teaches the value of hospitality. Hospitality means welcoming others with kindness, even if you do not know them well. The story of Mary and Joseph reminds people that helping someone in need is a beautiful act. By practicing hospitality during Las Posadas, people show love, respect, and generosity. In this way, Las Posadas is not only a celebration, it is also a reminder of the true spirit of Christmas, caring for family, building community, and opening our hearts to others. Part 2. The historical origin of Las Posadas. The history of Las Posadas began many years ago in Mexico during the colonial period. At that time, Spanish settlers and priests arrived in the land, where many indigenous people lived. The priests wanted to teach the Christmas story in a way that was simple and easy to understand. They needed a method that could connect with the people and help them learn about the birth of Jesus. Because of this, they created a special celebration that later became known as Las Posadas. During this time, many indigenous communities had their own festivals and traditions. They used music, dance, and colorful ceremonies to honor their gods and celebrate important events. The priests saw that these traditions were very meaningful to the people. So they decided to teach the Christmas story by mixing Catholic ideas with local customs. They believed this would help people understand the new religion in a friendly and familiar way. This combination of cultures became one of the foundations of Las Posadas. The main idea of Las Posadas was to show the journey of Mary and Joseph as they looked for a place to stay. To help people imagine the story, the priests organized processions. A procession is when a group of people walks together in a line for a special purpose. In Las Posadas, the people carried candles and small statues of Mary and Joseph. They walked through the streets of their town, just like the holy couple traveled through Bethlehem. These processions helped people feel the emotions of the story, the long journey, the hope for shelter, and the final moment of welcome. Along with the processions, the priests introduced traditional songs. These songs were often sung in a call and response style. One group of singers played the role of Mary and Joseph, asking for a place to stay. The other group sang the responses, telling them there was no room. These songs made the story easy to remember, even for people who could not read. Music helped everyone feel connected and involved in the celebration. Over time, Las Posadas became a very important part of community life in Mexico. People enjoyed the celebrations because they were not only religious, but also joyful and social. Families prepared food, decorated their homes, and joined the nightly processions. Children loved the songs and the chance to take part in the events. As people moved from one town to another, they brought the tradition with them. Las Posadas spread to many different regions in Mexico. Later, the tradition continued to grow. When Mexican families moved to other countries, especially to the United States and Central America, they brought Las Posadas with them. The celebration became a way for families to keep their culture alive and share it with new communities. Today, Las Posadas is enjoyed in many places, showing how a tradition from colonial Mexico became a symbol of unity, faith, and cultural pride. Part 3. How Las Posadas became a tradition. Las Posadas did not become a popular tradition overnight. In the beginning, it was mainly a religious ceremony created by priests to teach the Christmas story. People joined the processions and sang the songs because they wanted to learn about Mary and Joseph. But over time, Las Posadas grew into something bigger. It slowly changed from a formal church ceremony into a joyful folk tradition that everyone could enjoy. This change happened because families and communities began to make the celebration part of their daily lives. As the years passed, more families started to participate in Las Posadas. Parents invited their children to walk in the processions, hold candles, and sing the songs. Children enjoyed the experience because it felt exciting and magical. They liked dressing up as angels, shepherds, or travelers, and they loved visiting different houses each night. When children became adults, they continued the tradition with their own families. This helped Las Posadas stay alive through many generations. Communities also played an important role in keeping Las Posadas strong. In many towns, people organized the event every year without fail. Neighbors prepared food, decorated the streets, and planned who would host each night's gathering. These preparations made the celebration something everyone looked forward to. It was a chance to see friends, to share stories, and to spend time together. This sense of community made Las Posadas more than just a religious event. It became a moment of unity and connection. One special part of Las Posadas is that the celebration lasts for 9 nights. These 9 nights represent the 9 months that Mary carried baby Jesus before his birth. Because of this meaning, people treat each night with respect and joy. Every night feels like a small step toward Christmas Day. The countdown also builds excitement, especially for children. Many families plan different activities for each night, making the tradition even more fun and memorable. There are many reasons why Las Posadas continues to be celebrated today. First, the tradition is simple but meaningful. People enjoy walking together, singing, and welcoming others into their homes. These actions create warm and positive feelings. Second, Las Posadas reminds people of important values like kindness, hospitality, and community. These values are important in every culture, so the celebration stays relevant even in modern times. Another reason Las Posadas survives is because it allows people to express their cultural identity. For many families, celebrating Las Posadas is a way to honor their heritage and share their traditions with younger generations. Even people who live far from their home country continue to celebrate it, keeping their culture alive in new places. In the end, Las Posadas became a tradition because it brought people together in a joyful, meaningful way. It grew from a simple religious lesson into a celebration of family, community, and shared values. And because these values are timeless, Las Posadas remains a beautiful and important tradition today. Part 4. The Symbols and Decorations of Las Posadas. Las Posadas is a festival full of color, light, and special symbols. Each decoration has a clear meaning, and each object helps people remember the story of Mary and Joseph. In this part, we will look at the most important symbols in this celebration. One of the most famous symbols is the star-shaped piñata. Many piñatas have 7 points, and each point represents one of the 7 deadly sins. When people break the piñata, it symbolizes the fight against these sins. Inside the piñata, there are candies and small gifts. These treats represent the rewards of goodness and faith. Children get very excited when they see a star piñata because it makes the celebration more fun and joyful. Another important symbol is candles and lanterns. During Las Posadas, children and adults walk through the streets holding candles or small lanterns. The warm light helps guide the group from house to house, just like Mary and Joseph were guided on their journey to find a place to stay. The light also represents hope and the kindness that people show to one another during the holiday season. When the group walks together with candles, the town looks peaceful and beautiful. You will also see many images of Mary and Joseph. Sometimes people carry small statues of them. Other times, children dress like Mary and Joseph and walk at the front of the group. These figures remind everyone of the main story behind Las Posadas. They show the difficulty of the journey and the importance of welcoming those who are in need. For many families, seeing Mary and Joseph is a moment of reflection and respect. Music is also a big part of this celebration. The most famous song is the Posada song. It is a call and response song. The group outside sings the part of Mary and Joseph, asking for shelter. The people inside the house sing the response, refusing at first. After a few verses, the people inside finally open the door and welcome the group. This moment feels warm and emotional because it represents the end of the long search for a safe place. Food and drinks also play an important role in Las Posadas. Families prepare traditional dishes, such as tamales, buñuelos, and warm fruit punch. These foods bring people together and make the celebration more joyful. The smell of the food, the sound of music, and the sight of decorations all help create a festive and friendly atmosphere. Everyone shares, laughs, and enjoys the night together. All these symbols, piñatas, candles, music, and food, show the spirit of Las Posadas, hope, unity, and hospitality. Part 5. How people celebrate Las Posadas today. Today, Las Posadas is still a very important celebration in many parts of Mexico and in Latino communities around the world. Even though life has changed, the heart of the festival stays the same. It is still a time for faith, family, and community. It is also a time for joyful activities that bring people closer together. Every night of Las Posadas, people take part in a special procession. A procession is a group of people walking together. They walk through the streets while holding candles and singing. At the front, someone carries figures of Mary and Joseph. Sometimes children dress like them. The group stops at several houses. At each house, they knock on the door and sing the traditional posada song. The people inside the house sing back. At first, they say there is no room. But in the last house, the door finally opens. Everyone happily welcomes Mary and Joseph. This moment feels warm and meaningful because it shows kindness and hospitality. Children have a very important role in Las Posadas. They often lead the procession because they represent innocence and hope. Many children wear costumes such as angels or shepherds. Others help carry lanterns to light the way. Children also enjoy the celebration because they love the games, music, and sweets. For many kids, Las Posadas is one of the most exciting times of the year. After the procession, people gather for the festival activities. There is music everywhere. Many families play guitars and sing traditional Christmas songs. Some communities organize dances where everyone can join. One of the biggest highlights is breaking the piñata. A colorful piñata is hung in the center of the party. Children take turns trying to break it while blindfolded. When the piñata finally opens, candies and small toys fall to the ground, and children run to collect them. This activity fills the night with laughter and fun. Food is also a very important part of Las Posadas. Families prepare traditional dishes, and everyone shares the meal. One famous food is tamales. Tamales are made from corn dough and filled with meat, cheese, or other ingredients. They are wrapped in corn husks and steamed. Another popular treat is buñuelos, which are sweet fried pastries covered in sugar or syrup. People also enjoy drinking ponche, a warm fruit punch made with apples, guavas, cinnamon, and other fruits. Punch has a sweet smell that makes the night feel cozy and festive. The celebration of Las Posadas creates a strong sense of community. Neighbors open their doors to each other. Families share food, stories, and laughter. Children play together, while adults talk and enjoy the evening. Many people say that Las Posadas helps them feel connected, not only to their culture, but also to each other. It reminds them of the importance of supporting one another. For many families, Las Posadas also has a deep family meaning. It is a time when relatives come home, even if they live far away. It is a moment to remember traditions and to pass them on to the younger generation. The celebration teaches values like generosity, kindness, and unity. Today, Las Posadas continues to shine as a festival of light, hope, and togetherness. It brings joy to communities and reminds everyone of the power of coming together. Part 6. Las Posadas Around the World and its Modern Influence. Today, Las Posadas is not only celebrated in Mexico, It has also become popular in many other places around the world. One of the countries where Las Posadas is very common is the United States. Many Mexican American and Latino families celebrate it every year. They continue the tradition because it reminds them of home and of their cultural roots. In cities like Los Angeles, Houston, and Chicago, large community events are organized. These celebrations help families feel connected to their traditions, even if they live far away from Mexico. Las Posadas is also celebrated in many countries in Latin America, such as Guatemala, Nicaragua, and El Salvador. Each place has its own style and local traditions. Some communities walk longer distances during the procession. Others include more music, drums, or special dances. These regional variations make the celebration unique, but the heart of the tradition stays the same: welcoming Mary and Joseph and celebrating kindness, family, and hospitality. In some areas, the celebration has changed over time. For example, in the United States, Las Posadas is often celebrated in schools, churches, and immigrant communities. Teachers use the celebration to help students learn about culture and traditions. Children make decorations such as paper stars, lanterns, and small piñatas. They also learn the traditional posada song and sometimes perform small plays. These activities help children understand the meaning of the festival and feel proud of their heritage. Churches also play a big role in keeping the tradition alive. Many churches organize processions, prayers, and community gatherings. Immigrant communities use Las Posadas as a way to stay connected to their identity. For many people, it becomes a bridge between their old home and their new home. It helps them feel less lonely and more supported. The cultural meaning of Las Posadas is very strong. It helps bring different generations together. Grandparents share stories of how the celebration was done in the past. Parents teach their children songs and customs. Young people help plan modern events with music, lights, and creative ideas. Because of this, Las Posadas becomes a beautiful way to pass traditions from one generation to the next. In the modern world, life can be busy and stressful. Many people work long hours and do not always have time to connect. But Las Posadas gives families and communities a chance to slow down and be together. It teaches values like kindness, unity, and generosity. These values are very important today, especially in a world where people sometimes feel disconnected. Las Posadas also inspires a spirit of solidarity. When people walk together, sing together, and share food, they feel a strong bond. This spirit is one reason why the celebration continues to spread to new places. Even people who are not familiar with the tradition enjoy joining in because it is warm, welcoming, and full of joy. Today, Las Posadas shows how traditions can travel, grow, and still keep their meaning. It continues to bring light, hope, and community to people around the world.